Hey, what's going on, guys? 118 Seth Shadow here. BSF season has started for 2024 out in Canada, and we have day one all complete. Day two should be going right now, and unfortunately, I haven't heard anything about the results of day one, so I don't have any information on that today. But we're going to go ahead and go straight into today's Market Watch. We have a ton of different things to cover between what happened with the anime and some new reveals that are coming that have rocked the market a little bit. First things first, though, let's take a quick look at where the Luard and Shiranui Stride deck sets have gone. Starting with Luard, we can see that we've still got some pretty ridiculous values on a lot of these items. The regular deck set is now a solid $100 plus with 115 base price. The premium deck set has fallen off to $240 base price, but its market price is $306, and at this point, there aren't too many listings of it anyway, so definitely be careful. The price might go down in the longer term over some time, but in the interim, I would still imagine it to hold closer to the $300 range regardless. After all, now that we're in BSF season, competitive decks are usually going to take precedence over most other decks at this point. The crest, the foil crest that comes out of the premium deck set has already sold for $90 and has two listings very close to that range. And honestly, the only thing I really want out of this thing is Dragstrider Luard's full art, which is currently $10.49 with a market price of $8.50. I'm not a big fan of Luard in general, but I gotta say, this artwork for Dragstrider is sick, and that's the only thing that's making me want to pick it up. But at $10, that's still pretty intense. Shiranui's up next, which is much higher in value right now for its premium deck set, but it's currently lower for the regular deck set at $90. But if you want the premium one, it's currently $290 base and has less listings than Luard does, and Seizui's now $75. Doesn't look like the crest, the foil crest, is really that hot in comparison to Luard. Again, in my opinion, the big thing regarding Luard for me is the artwork, and I'm just more of a fan of Shiranui in general for playstyle, but yeah, the crest is not selling like Luard's is, but that is what it is. In any case, no matter what, these two deck sets are still expensive, and unless we see more prints of them, they're going to stay that way for their high competitive value. And for Festival Booster 2023, we've gone through all these singles multiple times now, and we know that they are ridiculously high in value, so I just want to go through the first page and see where some of these are. All of the over triple Rs are much higher in value than they used to be. Surrogate and Eidos Faro are now the most expensive, both over $65 for their base prices and less than 10 listings. Sages is still $50 plus now. Valnut, which is the red over trigger, is $30 plus. Valspawn, the cycler for Lyrical, is $57 and very low on listings on its base. And Evergreen Transfer, which was basically the worst over triple R to pull, is now $16 base. And we just quickly scan through the first page. Other stuff we've got include Aura, Oddhill, Alpec is up here, Perobi, which we're going to go through in detail a little later, and a little more on Yuika a little later too, but we've also got Painkiller and Felty Rosa along with Alestial up here. This set has been aging very well so far, but be aware that a few of the cards in this set are getting reprinted again, particularly the over triggers, but nothing else is getting reprinted anytime soon. So a lot of this, there's still going to be a lot of value in the set going forward. Going through the glitter retrains from set 11, I do want to call out that with the new promos coming up for them over the next few... eventually we should be getting new promos that Japan has been getting for the last few months and will be getting soon. But going over prices, I want to start with Tigreya. which is currently at 13 listings and 150 for its base price. The FFR still has a lot of listings available, so not much to discuss there, and starting at 58. Roroa is one you want to watch out for. It's only got 8 listings starting at 79 cents. The FFR is also under 10 listings, but it's still better priced. It's $19.50 right now. Then you've got Eva, which is currently under 10 listings for its FFR and is $55.99 to start. And the triple rare is also going up. It's $3 base right now, 12 listings overall. Tamayura is one of the ones that is still readily available. 41 listings on its triple rare at 20 cents to start, so not much issue there. And the FFR is currently at 11 listings at $65.85 to start off with. And then you've got Chaos, which is still just sitting at the end of this whole thing with 64 listings on its triple rare starting at 8 cents. And the FFR is one of the cheapest at $23 to start off with. Roroa is currently the cheapest, but ultimately, with as few listings as Roroa has, there's a lot more risk on that one selling out right now. Also, Orange, the order cycler for Dark States, has seen a buyout and is now $15 for its triple rare, and the FFR is currently at 3 listings starting at 28, almost 29. If we take a look at the history on what's happened with the okay. There is a $1.20 listing. However, I will note that whoever this seller is currently offline. So, yeah, I saw this seller with a bunch of low listings, and I was trying to get a few of them. Like they had Isasaos for just 40 cents, and they're offline, so you can't actually buy from them right now. So I don't know what's happening there. But otherwise, Orions is 16 base and goes up to $30 right now. So, yeah, it's in buyout mode right now. Just keep that in mind. The Lyrical Set 4 version of Yuika dropped in value and now starts at $18 with one sell at that point. And for the most part, we do have a few $20 listings on the market now. This card had been exceeding 25 for some time, but it looks like with the excess amount of quantities that we've got between all the sets that print this card, it looks like there's been a little leeway in terms of its price. But something that did get bought out from set 4 is Colored Bop Dragon Walbrigia. This card got bought out to the point of almost $19, and you can see the last several listings that sold, someone is just buying huge quantities. 20 copies at $6.97, another 4 and then 6 copies for $8 and $5 respectively. Yeah, someone is trying to buy out the market on this one, and now we're looking at $19 base up to almost 25. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see where this one goes. I don't know if the one who bought couldn't have, actually. Those were bought on the 29th. It's only been a few days, and unless it was expedited shipping, those should still be in transit. Drag Ritter Mid-Hot, we were talking about how this one was likely to go up in value due to Vargra from Divine. It's up now. 13 listings overall, and the base price is now $271. Oh, by the way, I forgot. TCG Player increased the base shipping price that all sellers now have to adhere to $1.22. So, yeah, just keep that in mind when going to buy now, if you're wondering why there are no 99-cent shipping listings anymore. In any case, Mid-Hot's now $271 base, and if you take a look, we're mostly in the $250s and higher than that. There's only one listing at $2, but there are only 2 copies available for that one. So, yeah. I believe Mid-Hot is supposed to be getting a reprint in Japan. Whether or not we get that reprint is still to be seen, but eventually I would think that we would if Japan got it. Rokagor is down in price now that we've got the triple drive set coming up soon. $18.21 is the base price on the triple rare, and it's still been selling for $15 plus recently, and all the listings currently available are 18 plus as well. Now keep in mind, even with the reprint upcoming, don't expect that to drop prices too heavily, given that the triple drive sets produce less cards overall, similar to how the Festival Collection reprints don't see immense decreases in value either. They might from the beginning, but over time, the prices should recover should the cards continue to maintain value in the competitive market. Kyoka is going to be getting some support coming up soon, which is getting announced on Tuesday for us. So, taking a look at some of the cards from set 3, we've got the magazine order Lyrical Shooting Star, which is out of stock on the FR at a market price of almost $5, and there are only 9 listings left on the double rare starting at 40 cents. We take a look at the history on the FR, which is now out of stock. Let's see. There was a huge gap between more recent sales and the last one, but they sold for $10. So if Kyoka's support does end up becoming pretty good, I can see players pick this up. I could see players definitely pick this up. I mean, I myself really like Kyoka and have the deck for her as well. I'm actually tempted to pick up a few more of the LSRs myself at this price at $151. Tempted, but I'm not sure if I really will. In any case, if you want the triple rare, it's still holding around $2, but it's at 11 listings right now. And $25 on the FFR, which is still a far cry from where it used to be. However, there are only 4 listings left on that as well. It is the middle rarity, so even if it does go up in value, I can't imagine it'll hold very high. And you've also got Archie, which is $3 at its triple rare with 19 listings. Nobody has been buying the FFR as of late, and it's got 9 listings starting from 39. But should Kyoka get some good support, this one will probably start seeing a lot more movement too. Now to talk a little bit about our recent episode, let's take a look at some of the Stoichia cards. Roaming Prison Dragon, which I noted from one of my last market watches, went up in value not just on the SP, but the triple rare as well. This card is not getting reprinted in triple drive and now has 4 listings starting at 30 and 1 SP listing at 55 right now. The market prices of each are pretty relative, $19 to almost $24. And I mean, this card in general is good when you play order-based builds for Stoichia anyway, but for Alchemaging it's just even better. And from what we saw from the anime, it looks like Roaming Prison's not going to be the only card to provide itself power in crits anymore for Zorga, which means there could be a lot more value on this card coming should Zorga actually become really good out of it. And then, of course, we've got Philander from set 13, also called this one out as not only is this card a generic in general for Stoichia as well, it's been gradually going up in value over the last few months. I noted how this card was under $1 for a little while, eventually made its way to about $2, and now it's bought out to $16, and the market price is now $8.26 on top of that, so it's moving. And the FFR is now at $80.80 for its base listing, and if we take a look at the history on that one, because its market price is $30.36, oh geez, the 8080 also has a $5 shipping tag, geez. Recent listings on this card have sold for $35 to $40. Yeah. Even if the hype kind of dies down on this card, this one should still hold higher just because of how generic its effect is for Stoichia anyway. A quick overview on the SP full art triggers from set 1 for Stoichia. The first one is LG Pixie, which is the heal trigger. $11.49 is the base price right now with a market price of $17.26. And available listings only have 3 listings available under $15. The rest of them are all at least $20 right now. So if you're looking to bling out your Stoichia decks, this is as bling as you get given it's a full art SP. And of all the other ones that exist, I think the only other one would be the Deer from Festival 2021. Abyss Temptation is a full art crit trigger for Stoichia, and is currently at $30 base right now with a market price of $16.49. But it's been a while since this card sold, and the last sells were at the beginning of February for $30 and $35. So sellers are trying to get that same level of valuation, and they very well might if Zorga continues to keep the hype going. Perobi has gone insane. This card now has a base price of $15 for the original set 4 rare, but all the other copies are now at least bought out to the point of $25. And the SP is currently almost $80 for its base price, and what else can I say? Perobi has been immensely popular just for the fact of it being Cater Sanctuary, and I feel like the American player base, which mostly uses TCG Player, tends to go for Cater Sanctuary cards above most of the other nations, which is why Perobi is currently the most expensive of the effect draw triggers at this point. On top of that, it is an effect draw trigger, so not much else to say on that. Fushimachi Madoka, which is from set 3, is still cheap on the market right now and has a 2023 reprint, but I do want to call out that it has general value in Dragon Empire, so I just wanted to go over it. Right now, it's still under 30 cents for the base listings available between set 3 and 2023, but the market prices are higher at 62 cents and 46 cents. So while the base prices might be lower, overall players are buying this higher at this point. And the SP has 4 listings starting at 10, but the market price is $3.69 on that one. Just beware of this one. It is a generic that Dragon Empire players will tend to consider every so often. Rhesus is down in value after the switch from set 4 to the Stride deck sets. I guess players aren't as keen to pick this up anymore. Now it's $3 base for the rare and $4 base for the holo foil, which is still dollar range, much higher than it used to be, and I don't see it going down for a while, so yeah, if you do need to pick this up, it might go down a little bit lower, but probably not by that much. And our last card for today is a potential penny stonk, Torrential Energy Research. With Eva getting new support and her sister I cannot remember her name right now. In any case, definitely pay attention to this one. This is playable in both the monster deck and in Eva because it is a research order. 19 cents right now base for the rare. Market price is 32 cents, so it's not really that high, and it's got 35 listings overall. But the FR is currently at $3.14 and the market price is $3.36, so it does have a little bit of value there. In any case, I pay attention to this one. It has some potential to go up. And yeah, overall, a generic card for use in research-based decks, as long as you play some monsters on top of that. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.